Hello everybody, it's Jarosy here. Now, as you can see, we've got a box in front of us, and I got this from eBay. It was surprisingly cheap. It's a train set, and I haven't bought a train set in years. I think my last one was a Hornby or something of that sort. But anyway, it's an American train set by a company called, if it focuses, Athearn. Now, Athearn is a big name in American railroading, well, model railroading anyway, and this one is a huge box. It's quite heavy actually. It only cost about £46, which is a ridiculous amount, very, very cheap. And I'm not really going to expect too much from this, because obviously these companies make these train sets to a price, just to get people interested in model railroading or model rail and stuff. But it looks, to me, surprisingly good. Now, I'm no expert. I do like American railroads, but I'm no expert. I'm just learning as I go along, like everybody else. And it doesn't look as if it's got much, but then down here, you realise that it has a locomotive, rolling stock, a caboose, and this fantastic track, which I've never seen before. Not in real life, anyway. Where you've got the ballast moulded as plastic, which is a good idea because it keeps the track off the carpet if you're running these things on carpet. It also comes with a, what do you call these, a power pack I suppose, or a controller. So it looks fantastic, and for £46 you cannot go wrong with that price, my friends. And on the back, let's have a look at the box itself. It's quite a big box. I'll see if I can turn this over with one hand. Oh, not quite. Ah, there we go. Now, Athearn, I've had sets like this from Hornby and Lima, and Athearn really are doing these sets for a fantastic price, considering the details they've actually put into the box. I mean, this is just the side view of the box, telling you about what's in the box and the quality that they try to establish. But I've had railway sets before, and to be honest with you, they've never been particularly good quality. Probably because they have to actually make these things to a particular price, and they've always been really... Oh, hello. What the hell is he doing? That's a very handsome man with a receding hairline, looking incredibly embarrassed. He's probably saying to himself, what the hell? I was modelling underwear just before, and now look what I'm doing. Oh, poor sod. So there we go. Oh, on the back, I'll just turn this over to the back. There we go. Kaboom! You have the rest of the carriages here. So just to try and get this into some sort of focus. And they don't look too bad. I mean, I've had, as I say, Hornby and all sorts of train sets in the past when I was a kid and stuff, and the rolling stock was the worst part. There's all the track down there. So we're going to have a look into this. So what I'm going to do, because I'm trying to do this with one hand at the moment, is I'll get everything out, and then we'll just look at it all, and then at the end, hopefully, if I can, we'll set up the oval, which is 45 to 36 inch oval, so not huge, but very handy for testing railway. And that's the trouble at the moment. I've got no room, and I've got quite a lot of DC and DCC locomotives, and I really need somewhere to just test them, and this track would be very handy. So I'll see you in a second or two. Well, hi. Let's have a look now. We've got everything out of the box, so we can have a look a little more closely. I've also got hands free now. Now, first thing we're going to do is have a look at the instructions, because that's what we do. Now, if you look here, we've got all a bit flapping around, some instructions here, and they just tell you about the how to use the engine, how to set up the track, and it's all very... And there we go. So that's all the paperwork out of the way. I don't know what happened there, but no mind. No problem. So what shall we start with first? I think we should start with the locomotive. There we go. It's in one of these packages, so I'm going to have to get this out now. First sight, I mean, it's not bad. I'm a little bit shocked and amazed how good this little model is. From a train set, of goodness sake. A train set. There we go. So, it's a GP38-2. You always know what the name of the locomotive is, because if we can just zoom in, and then I'll just do that there. I don't know if it'll show. It says on there, GP38-2. Ooh, sort of. But considering it's from a train set, I know the company, they have a reputation to uphold, and you have to be careful with these things, because there's all these things here which are very, very easy to break. So you have to be careful. Always hold it by the top or by the bottom. I'll try to zoom, try to focus again. But that's not a bad locomotive for a train set. Has a KD cut couplers at the front, which are easy to use. I wish we used them in the UK. May need to do something about this. It's come away a bit, but that's just in the box. That can go back. It just slots into holes. The detail is reasonable. It's not the most detailed, but then again, I wasn't expecting this level of detailing. Road number is 2257. It's a DC model. It's got some weight to it. Not a huge amount, but a decent amount. But I'm very pleased with this. I think this is a very good model, considering it's from a train set and only cost very few pounds. Let's face it, that's not bad at all. It even has the window shades on the top here. Got some details. Have to be careful here. This is dynamic braking, and you've got the exhaust there as well, and some heater fans or cooling fans on there. But I'm surprisingly surprised by that. I'm looking forward to running it actually later on. But let's look at the rest of it very quickly. We won't go on very long. The other part is the caboose. I've always loved cabooses, or caboose. This one's trying to run away, and again, it's very nice. It's not, I've seen better, but not from a train set, which is amazing. If this was Hornby, it'd be very basic. Not that there's anything wrong with Hornby. They just make things to a price like everybody else does. But this is very good indeed. So very pleased with that. Let's look at the other. Oops. Now, even these ones. Now, if this was a British train set, these would be the most basic. And they are pretty basic, but detailing wise, they're not that bad. They've got steel wheels, which is fantastic. KD couplers on them. So, why am I so keen on KDs? They look fantastic when they couple up with something else like a. Let's have a box car here. I don't know if they'll actually couple, but oh, there we go. How's that first time? They look great like that. And also, when you actually come to take one of these off the track, as it were, instead of twisting and turning like you do with British ones, you just lift and it uncouples so easy. So let's have a look at it. Now this is what they call a gondola. No, not a gondola. It's a gondola. It's very heavy. I'm very pleased with it. It looks like it's got some weight to it. And then let's have a look at the boxcar again. This is the boxcar. Pretty basic. Doesn't have as much weight. It has some weight, but it's got the steel wheels, the KDs. So I'm very pleased with that. The rock. And we got a tanker car here, or tank car. All these seem to date from about the 70s, 80s or so. This is okay. Look at that, it's got the, whoops. Let's have a look at the bottom here. That's not bad at all. I mean, okay, you could buy, if you had to buy something more detailed, you're talking £15 or so, or more. But this, I'm very pleased. Has good detail, steel wheels. Wow, very pleased with that. Okay, controller. There we got the controller. Now, this isn't a controller that was advertised on the box itself. It's our old friend, the Bachmann controller, which isn't bad. Off on, it has a nice feel to it. It's quite heavy in as you turn the knob. It feels heavy, which is great. But I sort of was hoping for the Athearn one actually, but there we go. That will have to do. Maybe they ran out of the Athearn ones and these are the cheapest ones they could do. Who knows? And we've got a power adapter which I won't show you, but what I will show you here is the track. And I haven't actually taken these off. I'll have to do that now. There we go. And this is the track. It's called Easy Track, or as we would call it in the UK, EZ Track. Sorry about that. But they call it Easy Track. And this is the power part where you can put the power connector on either side, strange enough. So you've got those there. It's got the ballast built in, as it were, as this plastic base, which keeps the track off the carpet, as I said before, which helps with because dust getting into your engine is no good at all. And I need something to actually just test locomotives, and this would be fantastic because you could hook up DCC onto these terminals as well as DC. The track looks fine. It's just basic everyday track. We've got some, I won't take these out at the moment, but these are the round parts, curves, which make the oval, and they connect using these connectors here. So next thing to do is test it, isn't it? So far it's been absolutely brilliant. I'm absolutely delighted, A, because of the price, and the quality of this set is staggering compared to most train sets I've had in the past that are maybe even available now. So let's just get this going. I'm going to have to take it downstairs and put it in the living room, and dear, it's going to be fun. But we'll just see if all this is as good as it works. Okay, see you soon. Hello again. Right, so this is the moment of truth. I've put the locomotive on the track. I've hooked up the rolling stock, the freight cars, and the caboose, and here we go to have a... I hate this part. We'll have a go anyway. Ready? Turn it on. We got a light. Yay! And you'll be able to hear it before you see it. It's moving! Excellent. It's moving quite well. I'm surprised. Well, not surprised. Delighted. There we go. Now the BNSF, as you can see on the side of the locomotive, denotes the Burlington Northern and Santa Fe railways. There are two railways that merged in 1996, huge railways. One was called the Burlington Northern, made up of three other railways, and the other one was called the famous and legendary Santa Fe. It's now the second largest railroad in the United States, and possibly one of the largest in the world. The largest railway in the United States, of course, is the Union Pacific. I'd love to get a Union Pacific version of this train set just for funds. At this cost, you could buy this. I mean, what am I going to do with this? Okay, the easy lay track is very easy to lay. It's great. It works fine. Let's just speed up a little bit. There you go. Very easy to lay, no problems at all. I had no problems putting this down, even on carpet. Whoops, got in the way a bit there. It works fine. The connectors at the far end, as you can see at the far end there, easy to use. You can put your rolling stock on there, it goes on onto the rails really easily. So I'm going to keep this and the controller and just to test out my DC trains, locomotives. And also I can test out the DCC ones, because I just don't have the room to actually put a large oval. My layout, when it gets built eventually, will be an end-to-end layout, simply because of the room. The locomotive, fantastic, love it. Let's see how slow it goes. There we go, creeping along, get my hand out of the way. For DC, that isn't bad at all. We'll speed it up a bit, but it's just needs a bit of a run in, so there we go. We'll turn it on a little bit higher. There we go. Rolling stock, so I'll keep the locomotive, I forgot to say, put it into my collection. It's worthy of that, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. The rolling stock, I could weather that up. It's good quality rolling stock, and fantastic. I'm so pleased with this at the price. If you see this on eBay sometime or other, buy it. It is well worth it, honestly. I've seen it in the past with the Union Pacific version. Oh, I think it's about £60 or thereabouts. But it's well worth it. I'll give this, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for value. 8 out of 10. It could be better, but I'm just being picky, aren't I? Alright, until the next time, hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll hopefully see you soon.